Response to call for inputs and summary of the call for inputs. We will consider all the responses to the call for inputs and the responses to this summary document. We will also take into account any information we receive through targeted consumer research and from service providers. This will help us to better understand any issues people with disabilities have about access to and choice of ECS. It will also highlight the following: if changes are needed to the specific support measures already in place, and if any new measures are needed. We will analyse and use, where appropriate, the responses to the call for inputs and this summary of the call for inputs in any future consultations on these measures to make sure that people with disabilities have equivalent access to ECS and that we meet the objective of equivalent access and choice as regards ECS for people with disabilities. We ask the following questions about the overall measures. Question 21. With the full list of measures as mentioned, do you think the list of measures for people with disabilities is helpful to make sure that people with disabilities enjoy the same access to and choice of ECS as most people? Please give a reason for your answer. Question 22. Can you think of other factors that are relevant to consider in making sure people with disabilities enjoy the same access to and choice of ECS as most people? Requirements to ECS, information, services. Please give reasons for your answer and list any factors you feel are relevant. Sending your responses and comments. The deadline for these comments is 8 weeks from the date of release of the video and all associated documents. It will make it easier for us to analyse your response if you add question numbers to your answers. In all cases, please give reasons for your answers. For openness and transparency, we will publish all non-confidential submissions that we receive. We ask that you submit electronic submissions such as Word in an unprotected format, i.e. no passwords. This will allow us to publish them electronically. We will publish submissions subject to the provisions of comreg's guidelines on the treatment of confidential information. Please identify any confidential material clearly and put it in a separate annex to your response. How to send back your responses. Please submit your responses in written form by post or email to the address shown on the screen and clearly mark it. We would appreciate if you would try and answer as many questions as possible, any of the 22 that are applicable or of interest to you.